Out of the mercy of Allah and the law written in our nature, we call an individual into existence. And when that individual comes, I make no apologies for what I'm about to say.
I'm America's worst nightmare. I'm young, black, and holding my nuts like cheer. I was in the pub, having a light beer. I was at the club, having a fight there. Y'all could go home, husband and wife there. My mama at work trying to buy me the right gear. 9 years old, uncle lost his life here. I grew up thinking life ain't fair. How can I get a real job? China white right there, right in front of my sight like here. Yeah, there's your ticket out the ghetto, take flight right here. Sell me, you go bye-bye here. Damn, there's a different set of rules we abide by here. You need a gun, niggas might drive by here. You're having fun, racing all your hot rods there. Downloading all our music on your iPods there. I'm Chuck D, standing in the crosshairs here. Y'all straight, chicks got horsehair here. Y'all ain't gotta be in fear of y'all bosses there. Y'all lose your job, your pop rich, y'all don't care, so I don't care. Y'all acting like y'all don't hear all the screams from the ghetto, all the teens stuck in metal here. So they steam like a kettle here, trying to take their mind to a whole different level here. Yeah, we real close to the devil here. Gotta be a better way, somebody call a reverend here. Yeah, I must really be in heaven here. Somebody tell God that we got a couple questions here. My little cuz never got to see a seventh year, and I'm so used to pain that I ain't even shed a tear. Yeah.
Let's get a mic check.
Out of the mercy of Allah and the law written in our nature, we call an individual into existence. And when that individual comes, I make no apologies for what I'm about to say.
I'm America's worst nightmare. I'm young, black, and holding my nuts like cheer. Cause y'all was in the pub, having a light beer. I was at the club, having a fight there. Y'all could go home, husband and wife there. My mama at work trying to buy me the right gear. 9 years old, uncle lost his life here. I grew up thinking life ain't fair. How can I get a real job? China white right there, right in front of my sight like here. Yeah, there's your ticket out the ghetto, take flight right here. Sell me, you go bye-bye here. Damn, there's a different set of rules we abide by here. You need a gun, niggas might drive by here. You're having fun, racing all your hot rods there. Downloading all our music on your iPods there. I'm Chuck D, standing in the crosshairs here. Y'all straight, chicks got horsehair here. Y'all ain't gotta be in fear of y'all bosses there. Y'all lose your job, your pop rich, y'all don't care, so I don't care. Y'all acting like y'all don't hear all the screams from the ghetto, all the teens ducking metal here. So they steam like a kettle here, trying to take their mind to a whole different level here. Yeah, we real close to the devil here. Gotta be a better way, somebody call a reverend here. Yeah, I must really be in heaven here. Somebody tell God that we got a couple questions here. My little cuz never got to see a seventh year, and I'm so used to pain that I ain't even shed a tear. Yeah.
Who with me? Let me know if you hear.
Out of the mercy of Allah and the law written in our nature, we call an individual into existence. And when that individual...
One of my favorite 2-minute clips, 2-minute songs right there. Young, Black, and Gifted. I love it. I love every piece of it. I love every piece of the lyrics there. I might even end the show with that same thing. I don't know if I can get enough of that. What's good with everyone today? What is it, Thursday? Thursday. Thirsty Thursdays. Let's call it that. I don't know. Listen, I'm here. Short period of time. Thank you, Preston. I'll probably get an email, text message, some form of, hey, it's time. Can I call now? I'll get that today. And I may have to abruptly exit stage left. I got some very important situations going on here today. And I want to be able to handle, certain things for a client of mine. It's not really a client. I'm actually the client in this case, if you want to call it that. I'm working on a project right now, and it's taking smarter people than myself to put this thing together the way it needs to be put together. And I'm wrapping it up. I'm on those last few pieces of tape, wrapping this package. You know what I mean? So I really want to, I would love to share it with you guys right now, but I have this superstitious. I've been this way since I was, I don't know, fresh into the business world. I don't share my situations until it's time for people to hear about it. You know what I mean? I don't like to get it jinxed. And then, to be honest with you, there are so many people that, how do I say this without sounding like it's just me? Because it happens to all of us. There are people that go to bed at night or they pray for you to fail. They get on their hands and knees and say, my God, Lord, can you please let this month fail at something? It's just not fair, Lord. Why him? Why her? Y'all know people actually do that. They may not get on their hands and knees. I may be exaggerating, but there are people that walk around mad all day, every day, wanting to know why you were able to do what you were able to do. They have not been around your efforts. They have not been around the things that you failed at and the things that you've been through. They don't know. They don't know all your journey. They don't know your struggles. They don't know how many times you fell and skinned your knees. They don't know how many times somebody beat you up before you became a world champion. They don't know how many ass kickings you taken in the gym. They don't know how many times you sprung your ankle running around the track trying to get in shape. They don't know. People measure you for your success. And I don't understand how we live in a world right now where people do measure you on your success, and then we have so many people faking success. It's almost like you're getting hated on and you're not even there yet. Imagine that. Donnie, I missed your call today, bro. I've been swamped. I've been crazy busy, bro. I promise you. I almost didn't make it today, and like I told people, I probably won't be here long, but I will return your call as soon as I get out of my meet today. But yeah, people don't really, there's even people on your team. There are people on your squad, on your team that really only want to see you go so far. And if you can't take them with you, that's their fear. Their fear is that you're going to get too far and that you won't need them anymore. Oh man, I don't understand that type of philosophy, because generally what happens is anybody that look, I never say people work for me. I never say I have employees. I always say I have partners, because if you guys don't know, I'm licensed in 42 states in the United States of America. That's why when I'm doing my audits and things of that nature, my agents have their own office. They run their office as if it's their own business, because it really is. I'm just basically a general agent. So I allow them to run their ship the way they're supposed to run their ship. Captain Kirk I have a bunch of Captain Kirks, basically, and I let them do what they need to do. Now, it took some time to get to that point, but I understand the freedom that they need. So why would I hate on them? Why would I not want them to succeed? Donnie said, hurry up, we have land to buy. Okay, I'll give you a shout. I promise. Right after as soon as I free up, the time today, I got you. It's just crazy. Surround yourself with people, not necessarily that are, that want to be something or want to do something. Surround yourself with people that are just looking for an opportunity. I want hungry people, not thirsty. I want hungry. I want people that's like staying up, who understand there's no sleep. You understand? I have fun. I have fun grinding. It's fun. It's taskful. I love it. I'm never satisfied. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, then you ain't that type of person. And that's probably why we ain't gonna never click. Birds of a feather flock together. Some at the top, some at the bottom, some in the middle, some ain't even on the bird. There's nothing wrong with hanging around like-minded people. The reason why some of us go through some of the shit we go through all day, every day, is because we're hanging around people that's not on our level. You're not on their level. Bottom line, people that think alike don't get on each other's nerve. The only people that get on each other's nerve is non-like thinking people. You know what I'm saying? I'm quick to piece somebody out. If we don't get along, if we don't have the same interests at heart, if we're not talking the same, then hey, have a great day, bro. Go think the way you think over there. You know what I'm saying? Go tell a motherfucker they can't do what you're trying to do. Go tell them that over there. That man holding you back from doing something, okay, yeah, go talk to your friends that believe that bullshit, because there's more than one man that can open a door for you. There's a few people over there. You know what I'm saying? So what? They don't want you at their table. I've been setting my own table for 20 years. Crystal Powell, congratulations to your niece. Oh, I seen Mama Deb and Paul. I seen them. Look like y'all got your niece is going to is it Paul's daughter that's going, Paul Jr.? Is it his daughter going to IU for volleyball? Congratulations. You see what I'm saying? Congratulations. And I'm going to say it to you again. I'm going to say it to your ass again. None of y'all, you, Paul, Jamal, your sisters, none of y'all would be who y'all are today if your mama and your daddies wasn't great people. if Mama Deb and P Dub was not good people. Yes. Yes. My bad. Alethea, that's just probably me. You know, when I get in that one kind of way, I get to tapping my little table thing and the shit get to shifting. It's called Earthquake Thursday. Let's make up something. Sierra Brooks says, just got here. What sparked this topic? Does it ever need, do I ever need a spark to talk like that? Just regular folks that talk the way they talk is, Sierra, this is this to me. See, some people might see what I just said, and I don't think you are that type, Sierra, to be honest with you. But some people would see they would hear what I just said, and they would see that as being negative energy. Now, not you, Sierra, but what plumb dumb ass fool would see somebody and say, he's saying I could do it. I need to surround myself around people that think we can do it. Who would see that type of person as a negative thinking individual? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there are people that believe, people who try to motivate you and try to convince you to be, to follow your dreams. There's people that think that that's a negative person. They don't understand. This is their perception. That mug don't understand life. He don't know what's going on. He don't understand the obstacles in the world. Like, you the only one that got struggles. You the only one been told no. You the only one that said to yourself or been told this ain't for you. Maybe you should try something else. You the only one that's been denied credit. You the only one that's been denied anything. Please show me a successful person that's never failed. And I'll show you a dinosaur on ice skates. I've never heard of anyone that's successful never failing. I've never heard them say that they've had a 100% success rate at everything that they've done. Not one person. Never read about them. I ain't never heard of I don't think that person exists in the Guinness Book of World Records. This person here has a 100% success rate at everything they've done. Every investment has turned over a 98 or a 100% profit. Never seen it. I've never seen it. But there are people that believe that if you motivate someone, there are people that are trying to talk badmouth or convince you that person don't. Oh man, he had a silver spoon in his mouth. He was born with money. She was born with money, girl. I wouldn't. She don't know. She don't know. Your ass worked 3 jobs to be able to finance your first delivery truck. You had a 9-to-5. You worked your ass off. You borrowed equipment to start your janitorial service. You had to put everything on your credit card to start your bakery, to start baking cakes out of your home. You had to get a brand new oven and you put that $3,000 oven on your credit card at 19% rate. People never know your journey. And then when you end up with the greatest cakes in the city or the greatest cakes in the Midwest or something of that nature, they look at you as if you've never gone through anything. Hey, I get to what I'm getting to when I get to it. Y'all kill me with this trying to set the tone of what I'm doing over here. Twin. Okay, Mr. Wyatt, Mr. Excuses, what's the topic? You should be absorbing what I'm saying. This is right up your alley, brother. Hey, right, sis. Wyatt, you better stop. You better quit. Excuse me. You better quit. The people start hating you. They are. Listen, sis. Here's why I say what I say. I've said this since the first week of Wyatt Live. I promise you, you can roll back. You're gonna have to go to YouTube to see the earlier, because Facebook and some of the other, they started deleting some of our old, our old stuff that just started. But if you go back to YouTube, you'll see the days of when Wyatt Live started in the car, and I was riding to the office. That's how it started. And all I talked about the whole way was the same stuff we talk about now. And then, COVID kind of kicked in a little stronger, and we had to kind of move indoors. And then I kind of invested into like a little studio setup type of thing. And 5 years going on 6, it'll be 6 years in March. Here we are, still here. Started with 4, got a few more. And I mean, I don't really, since this is not to be disrespectful to your statement, or to your comment, but I don't care when people hate on me. I really don't. Because I know I'm not the type of person that you should really hate, because I've never done anything to anybody to stop their progress. I've never got in anybody's way of getting their money. I've never gotten in their way of saying, hey, you can't do that. I wouldn't do that if I were you. I've never stopped anybody's hustle. I've never stopped anybody's grind. Never talk. I might have said some things about some people that might be using some other people, bring it to the attention, but I really don't. I know that conversation is falling on deaf ears. I know the people who are listening don't care, because those are usually lonely people. They're usually people that have no fresh ideas or no kind of motivation of their own. So they just have to be part of something. And as long as they're taking up for somebody, they feel like they part of something. And generally what happened, y'all remember back in the day, back in the Withrow days, we used to call them clients. I still call people like that clients. Remember that shit back in the day? Let me tell you my best friend. This ain't funny, but it's funny, okay? My best friend growing up, Sean Coleman. Donna, no, that's her nephew. That's my brother. This is my best friend in the world. Love him to death, all right? He lost his mom when we were in high school, okay? We were in the 10th or 11th grade. I think Sean was one grade over me. But we had a history class. We had Mr. Brown's history class at Withrow together. And we had these girls, I told y'all we was in classrooms. We had girls that was pregnant. I had girls that was pregnant on both sides of me at one time. And when I was in the 11th grade. So, and no shade. I went to TAF. No shade. I went to TAF. Y'all might not know this, but my mama was in the 11th grade when she was pregnant with me. And I was in class. Mama Birch. I went to TAF. That's why I tell y'all I'm an honorary member of TAF High School, because I actually went there while my mama was in the 11th grade. That all being said, I'm sitting in class in Mr. Brown's class, and everybody know that Mr. Brown, our history class was right after lunch. So Mr. Brown, who was an attorney, he was a practicing attorney while he was a teacher. He would go downtown to the clerk's office, right? Or do whatever he had to do during lunch. So our history class was right after lunch. So we would report to his class, and we would take up for Mr. Brown, because his ass was gone half of the class because he was running behind from getting from downtown. All right. Now we had 2 Mr. Browns. We had a Mr. Brown, the school teacher, and then we had Mr. Brown, the principal. If any of y'all remember who Dr. Brown was, with the megaphone, the bat, they used to call him Joe Clark. Okay. We had him for a year before they told him he had to go. But that all being said, my partner Sean lost his mom that particular year. Okay. And Miss Bonnie was like a mother to me. Okay. I mean, we sandboxes. So we ate cereal together. We grew up together. Like we, shared a lot of childhood stuff, toys, all that. So when his mom passed, this particular class I was in, it was a clown class. We had Adrian Hall. Y'all know Adrian Hall. We had the whole Woodward talent show attendee. Like we would clown. It was singers, rappers, comedians, all in this class. And it was some very nice looking little young ladies in there too. So this one little girl said something about my man Sean's mother. You know how you play in the dozens and we sitting in the class and she said something and he said blah, 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 blah. And she said, yo mama. And then she said something like, your mama, such and such and such and such, your mama, mama. So he looked at me. I looked at him. I looked at her. Now, I wasn't really an outgoing kid. I wasn't like the, I wasn't the big guy on campus or no shit like that. And I hung with wolves. I keep telling y'all, I hung with some wolves. So it looked like, now this is some shit I've never told anybody. It looked like I was kind of like Sean's client, because when he looked at me and I looked at him and she said something about his mama, I can't let that go. I mean, I look at her and I'm like, listen, you need to come here. Because Sean looked at me. He was like, hey, bro, you better tell her. You better tell her. So it looked like I was lightweight, like a sucker, like I'm slow, because my man was like, hey, man, you better tell her. And I was like, look, don't say nothing about his mama. And I said it nicely to her. And she was like, shut up. You a client. And I said, nah, it ain't like that. Don't say nothing about his mama. Y'all can talk all that. I'm trying to whisper. And she was like, now she jumping on me. Oh, shut up. Because she getting dogged she getting lit up in the conversation. They all on her ass talking crazy. So I'm like, listen. So she tried to, reflect it on me. That's usually what weak people do. They try to find a soft target. So she thought I was a soft target. So I just looked at her and I said, listen, you can say whatever you want to say about me. You can say whatever you want to say about my man, right? But his mother just died last week. We ain't even buried her yet. So shut the fuck up, bitch. Remember when I told y'all I've only called a girl a bitch one time in my life? That was it. Because you're not going to talk about my man's mama. We ain't even buried her yet. And you're talking about this man. You lucky this wolf didn't knock your head off. Not me, him. But she looked at me and was all in, you a client. You just do what they tell you to do. You a client. I was like, I'm taking it. I'm taking it like a champ, because people know I ain't really no client. This is my man. This is my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, his mama just passed, not even a week ago. And you're going to say something about his mama. Now, you didn't know, girl. You didn't know. That's why he didn't slap the shit out of you. And you know what I'm saying? You didn't know. So I leaned, he looked, hey man, yo, you better tell her. You better tell her. Hey, don't say nothing about his mama. Shut up. You a client. Shut up. See, yeah. One of them little girls that start shit and then go get everybody's asses beat. Ones that do all this old talking shit and then want to try to act all innocent when it come down to getting their head. Like, why are you being so physical? Stop talking shit. So I nicely reached over to her and I let her know, like, hey, my man, don't say nothing. You can say whatever you want to say about me, sweetie. You can say whatever you want to say about him. But leave his mama out of it. Shut up. She trying to get all loud. Shut up. You just being a client. I'm like, nah, listen, can I talk to you for a second? No, don't touch me. Get in there. Yeah, because they was lighting her ass up. The jokes. So I just whispered over to her. Mama Birch, can I say it once again? Because it's the first time I ever said it. This is the first time I've never called a woman out of her name like that in my life. And the people that's just plugging in now, they're going to say, oh, he be calling ladies' names. But no, I reached over to her and I said, like the microphone is her ear. I said, hey, do me a favor. You can say whatever you want to say about him. You can say whatever you want to say about me. But his mama just died. Okay? We ain't even put her in the ground yet. So shut the fuck up, bitch. And nobody heard me say it. So nobody could say, yeah, he did say that. Because I didn't want to be disrespectful, but she was pissing me off. You feel me? Some people think because you have this nice persona or that you don't say anything or that you cool, you laid back, you let them pop off what they want to pop off, that you kind of soft or that you don't have that in you or you won't check their ass or you won't return to serve. Y'all mistaken on a lot of people. You mistaken on a lot of people. And all I'm going to tell you is be careful of the ones that don't return to serve, because that don't mean it's not coming. Just because they don't respond to some of the shit that y'all say to people Don't think you just dragging them and you see, because the same thing make you laugh could make you cry. Don't think you out here talking about people business. You know what I'm saying? And you think you got an edge up on them, or you think you know something about them, and you out here talking somebody business and all that old shit, and they don't say anything. Everybody don't talk. Some people react. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to be careful. That's one of the reasons why this is gonna be my final warning. I ain't gonna say it. I shouldn't say final, but I'm not one of them type of guys. You can say whatever you want to say about me, and I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna fire back on the platform. That's not how I move, because I got shit to do tomorrow. You feel me? The ones that say the least are the ones that you should probably worry about. Not the hold me back, Ricky, hold me back, Fry, hold me back, man, before I beat this motherfucker. He ain't gonna fight sleep. You feel me? He ain't about to fight shit. Hold me back, ass cats. Nah. I had, you know what? There's a guy that called the radio. He used to call the radio. I don't know if he still calls the radio or not, but I don't remember his name, but he seems to be a conspiracy theorist. Like, he is one of them guys that think the fuck. Can somebody help me? Because I know a lot of the people that watch this show watch radio or listen to the radio. This guy, I'm pretty sure him and I had a fight back in the day. I just not fight to the death, you know what I'm saying? Because we're both here. But I'm pretty sure that he swung on me one day. I'm pretty sure that we had a fight, because I remember him saying that he went to a school that I went to, CCA, back in the day. It was in Madisonville, mid to early 80s, Cincinnati Community Academy. Remember, I've been talking about that. I talk about it occasionally. It was an all-black school. My mom, you saved up our money. Mr. Kelly, Mr. and Mrs. Kelly, they own it. They own the school. And I was in like the fifth or sixth. I was in the 5th grade or something like that. And it was an all, it was a Lift Every Voice Academy type of thing. Like, we studied Black history 12 months, all year. And we didn't have summer. You know what I'm saying? We went to school all year round. And yeah, I think him and I had a fight back in the day, because I lived in the Fay apartments at that time, but I still have I had it bad. I had a combination of down the way and the Fay. You feel me? I was down the way Fay type of guy. So I was a jokester, but at the same time, it could get out of hand where if somebody says something, I kind of go too far. Like, I bet you won't put your hands on me. You know what I'm saying? See, I was that type of dude where when shit got crazy, I was one of those, you ain't gonna do shit. I know you ain't gonna do shit. And I think I said that to that dude, but I thought his name was Mike. It's hard to remember everybody you had a fight with in the 5th grade, because I had a few. Some of y'all remember up in the Fay, me and Vernon and Chili. I had a few fights out in public at the bus stop growing up. So I don't remember the long distance ones. So, but I think this guy's name is Mike. I could be wrong, but he used to call the radio, I believe, and he would talk about the world is ending and the power shit is about to fall out and the grids. And I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's him. The reason why I'm talking about him right now, y'all probably wondering, what is this? What is this? He was one of them quiet dudes. He was very quiet. And I messed around and said something to him, and he snuck me. Feel me? Like, I never seen it coming, because I thought he was just he snuck. Come on, I ain't gonna lie. You can't grow up where we grew up and ain't never got hit. You know what I'm saying? He snuck me, walking down the steps after class, but he didn't kill me. So he hit me, and then we start fighting. I got in trouble because I instigated the fight, Mr. Kelly said. But you know what I did? I learned something in that fight. I grew up at that moment, because I didn't get suspended. I got 2 swats from Mr. Stinson. Imagine them giving swats today. It'll be fighting. The SWAT team will be at these schools today if they gave these kids swats. Mamas would be out there with half-ass dress clothes and shit, with the TikTok going, talking about Mr. Stinson out here hitting my kid with a stick. Kids wouldn't even know how to act if they. Now, I don't believe in SWATs. Okay, I don't believe in physical punishment, to be honest with you, when it comes down to trying to discipline people. I don't like that, but it was a thing growing up for me. So I get 2 SWATs. I don't get sent home. I don't get a suspension, but I get punched in the back of the head, have to fight, scraped up my pants because we wore uniforms. So I get in trouble when I get home. Had to tell my mom I got into a little scuffle, a little fight. She want to know why didn't I get suspended? She want to know what happened. I had to tell her the truth and blah, blah, blah. Long story short, Mike, I think his name was Mike. I don't remember, but quiet kid. He was a very quiet kid. And I said something to him. I don't remember what it was. I learned something. That day. And when I went to the office, last piece of information on this. When I went to the office, I sat down with Mr. Kelly, the owner, the older guy, Mr. Kelly, who I had a conversation with him, and he was like, "You got to learn something, Wyatt. You talk a lot about certain things that you want to do and how you want to, interact with people and blah, blah, blah. You have to learn how when somebody laugh at you," I think that's what it was. The kid, Mike, laughed too much. He laughed too loud. And he said something. He laughed. He did something at some joke that came at me. And I looked at him and I said, "But I bet you ain't," you know what I'm saying? It got to that. So Mr. Kelly told me, he was like, "You got to learn how to laugh with people when they're laughing at you. That'll take the power out of whatever they're talking about." See what I'm saying? I learned a lot. That was a 5th grade lesson that followed me all the way to this day in life. And I learned that most people that are laughing at you, unless you doing tricks or you telling jokes, most people that laugh at you, generally somewhat admire you, or when they talk about you and they like, it wasn't the case with the Mike guy. But Mr. Kelly explained to me the differences. And when people laugh at you, they laugh at your pressures to become successful. They laugh because they don't have it in them to do what you do. So when you come to school with jeans on that have grass stains in them because you was cutting grass to earn some money, and then people start capping on your jeans or capping on your grass stained shoes, they would never go cut grass. They would never go do anything that was going to, put them in a better financial position, or them chasing their dreams or whatever. So don't worry about people that laugh at you. Don't worry about people that tell you you can't do something. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the people that try to get other people to focus on your negatives. Don't worry about people who trying to get you to be the bad guy so the other people won't listen to you. Don't worry about that, because the people that truly do want to listen, the people that want to understand, okay, you may have the blueprint, and if you don't have the blueprint, you have some form of, you have some form of way of getting there. You know what I'm saying? That is more important. Don't worry about those people. Don't worry about them. You understand? All right, so let's get to a couple things. Phone rang. Feel free to call back. Somebody said left me on hold. I don't know who that is, but they text the phone and said left me on hold. Don't worry about them. If you're a barber and the owner of the shop said you ain't gonna make it, shit. That's an indicator that you probably need to go ahead and get you a few chairs set up. Get your chair and get 2 more chairs and get you a couple barbers, and you can do it. Now, if you have a heartfelt conversation with you and say, "Hey man, there's some things you need to do. You need to work on this." See, you can tell by the criticism and the way it's laid out for people that truly want to help you versus people that are just kind of criticizing you to bring you down. There's a huge difference. You can tell in the presentation. A person that really wants to talk you through helping you will give you insight. They won't give you doubt. You know, if someone came to me and said, hey, I want to start, such and such, and I don't know anything about that type of business, I wouldn't necessarily say, hey, you know, that's not a good business to get into, or that's not a good thing to do. I wouldn't necessarily say that. What I would do is I would see they don't have them Rolodexes anymore, but that's my figure of speech. I would go through my resources and find out, who do I know that could help this person in that field or close to that field. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You can just tell. You can tell people that really genuinely want to help you, by the things that the information that they give you. Not everybody talks about the struggle. They'll tell you, okay, you have to get through this first and get through that first and blah, blah, blah. They may not tell you what they had to go through or how difficult it was for them to do it. They might just tell you, okay, here it is. This is what you have to do. And they'll let you go at it. And if they see you as the type of person that can handle constructive criticism, then they will give you some insight of those speed bumps. I mean, if you're the type of person that will listen, that's what I should say. All right, so listen, man, a couple things. I wrote a couple little notes down here because I didn't have a lot, to talk about, because I've been on the phone mostly all day today. I remember talking about this small little subject some time ago, the curfew in the city of Cincinnati. All right. I don't remember the ridiculous number it was. It was some shit like 6 o'clock. And I said, that ain't gonna happen. It was right before the election. And I was like, okay, they just saying some shit to make people feel good. That 6 o'clock is never going to happen. And of course, they retracted. They brought it back and said, well, what we're going to do is some other things. And we're going to short vine. You know what I mean? We're going to make it from short vine. And we're going to do this. It's not going to be, what is that? Fountain Square anymore. It's going to be short vine. It's probably not going to be short vine either. Okay. Not 6 o'clock. These are indicators. When people say things just to massage you, just to massage your ears, they're not trustworthy. When people say things just to bring down the temperature and they have no intentions of really sticking to what they were saying or what they were talking about, they're not trustworthy. I used to say that about my mom. No disrespect, Mom. But when you used to say, go sit down over there, I think about giving you some of that Pepsi. I knew I wasn't getting no Pepsi. That was just to get my little ass to go sit down. She might have left me a squig. Remember the tall, long glass bottles of Pepsi? Oh, those were the days. Generally, people that pacify you or just say things just to get you to react or do what they need you to do, those aren't trustworthy people, because they're not going to do they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. So, and it's fool me once, fool me twice, the whole saying. They're not going to do it. So when I heard the thing about the curfew, I was like, oh, that's bullshit. There's no way in hell that y'all would be able to pop off children not being able to be outside in the city of Cincinnati past 6 o'clock. That made absolutely no. I mean, it was not even realistic. You had kids that had to go to practice, kids that had after school programs. That was just not realistic. Okay, it just didn't even make any sense. And when you start saying shit just to say it, can't trust you. The other thing, the food truck situation. I'm not really sure. If you want to call and let me know, somebody want to put it in the chat and let me know how that's going, feel free to do so. But the food truck situation, as an entrepreneur, I feel like it's an indictment on the entrepreneurs, on the food truck people. I don't understand why you're punishing the people that are trying to make it just doesn't make any sense for you to punish the people that are out there providing a service, food, and their taxpayer. It's your tax base. Why not just get rid of the bad element? Why not get rid of the people who are causing the problems? Not everybody that's lined up at those food trucks are problems. Not all of those people are bad. Not all those people are trying to start fights and cause confusion and chaos. Why not just get rid of the bad people? Aren't y'all tired of the whole classroom getting in trouble because Mama Birch ass over there chewing bubble gum? Now everybody got a right. I will not chew bubble gum in the classroom 100 times. Aren't y'all tired of that shit? Aren't you just tired of making the people that's just doing all the bad shit around you, they're punishing everybody? They closing up restaurants, they closing up stores. Is it true? Somebody texted me and said they shut down Coleraine, Walmart. The fuck? Why? Does anybody know? Can somebody put it in the screen? Can somebody tell me why they closed? There's a note on the door. Someone went live and said there's a note on the door. An employee said there's a note on the door at Coleraine in Cincinnati on Coleraine Avenue, the Walmart, saying closed until further notice. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's shut down, but then there were people, delivery guys, that was like, man, I had to drop my load off in the back there, and there was nobody there to get it or anything, but I'm working a schedule. So I had to put it back there. My manager, my boss told me to just put those, it was tires or something, put them back on the dock. Someone hit a pole and the power was out. Okay, thank you, Scott Bain. I was gonna say, I thought the Walmart on Coleraine did fairly well. That I thought, but hey, I know a lot of stores are shutting down for other reasons. There's a lot of stores that are shutting down, not necessarily Walmarts. Walmarts are shutting down across the country, but there are stores and communities that are shutting down. And then you bring in the grocery store like in Avondale, and it can't sustain the audience. And I don't know. I'm still a little confused in the conversation we had the other day based on what you were saying. I still don't get it. I still don't understand why a thriving, I think Avondale is a gold mine. I think Avondale is a gold mine if everything cooperates. The first thing that you have to have is you got to have a facility, you got to have a store, a venture that's going to facilitate people's needs. That has to be top notch. It has to be on point. And then you have to have the community support. There has to be a clear understanding that this is where we go. And the reason why we're going here is because of this. I'll be honest with you. This is, maybe they're doing it, but I'd like to say this out loud. I'd like to say one of my thoughts out loud. What's the name of the store? What's the name of the grocery store over there? Okay, can somebody put it in the screen? I know it's some type of grocery or grocery store, but if I was them, this is what I would do. This is just thinking out loud, and I'm not saying that they haven't done it or will do it or haven't thought to do it. I don't know. But this is what I would do. I would turn old school, and I would become the community grocery store, right? But I would make sure every football team out there wore uniforms with our names on it. We would sponsor every sport in Avondale. You understand what I'm saying? Country meat. Thank you, Jack. Appreciate you, brother. I would actually sponsor every Little League country meat market. Thank you, guys. I would sponsor every Little League football team, every basketball team, and every baseball team, cheerleading squad. Everything would have country meat market logo on the sleeve. I would bring back the community awareness, the development of how important it is for us to stick together. We're going to spend money with you. You're going to, in turn, turn around and sponsor our children. That's what I would do. Because I can tell you this right now. They sure in the hell ain't running around Avondale. The baseball team ain't running around with Tito's Meat Market or Chapali Sing Kalap as Meat Market. Or, they're not running around with uniforms sponsored by them. You running around needing uniforms, and you going to the community council running around trying to gather up money from corporate sponsors that, you have to farm back that community awareness of how important it is to turn those dollars. One of the main things, challenge me if you want to on this concept. Anybody could tell you that when I was in my time of coming up, teams downtown, teams I sponsored, I had a little bowling team. I had a little league bowling team. I didn't have a league. I just did a team. Anything that was coming from our neighborhood, I would put my Wyatt stamp on the clothes. I would pay some of the sponsors, some of the tournaments. It's very important that people know that if they're going to spend money with you, you're going to return the serve, and you're going to support what's going on in the community. But for some odd reason, and I don't mean this to be disrespectful to those other businesses or the people, but some of the people don't even care if the businesses in their own communities help them out or not. They don't even care. They'll walk right past your business and go right into somebody who will speak a whole nother language while you in there. Totally disrespect you. I mean, I know that might be a little harsh for some, but for me, I feel like this. If you're in my community, and what I mean by my community is home ownership of property in the area. You know, this is where I pay my city tax. This is we eat and we jive and we play, and this is where we can, this is where we do our, family gather. This is our community. If you're making money out of my community, I expect you to give back to my community. I don't expect you to just make the money out of the community and go to a whole nother community where you live, and that's where you do your ups and your come ups with other people. That wouldn't work for me. You feel? So we got to get back to that. So to the meat market owners, I don't know if you're doing stuff like that, but I would think, quite honestly, that is that would be one of my approaches of trying to get people to come in my business. And even, I find it sorry, sis, I find it very hard that they're going out of business because their prices are too low. Okay. I don't think that's what it is. I understand you're saying that the prices are too low, so they can't re-up. Okay. Selling it at cost or selling it below cost is a no-no. Selling it at cost is a no-no. And selling it probably less than 30% is probably a no-no as well. But if you selling at 15, 20%, you probably are losing money. All right. So you have to do something in that area to make your prices worth visiting. You know what I'm saying? That you gotta do that. Hold on one second. And I'm not suggesting that they're not doing that. Maybe they are. Maybe this year in baseball, what is it? We're in football. Maybe the Little Red Machines or whatever, the Avondale meat market team. I don't know. I just know that would be my approach. I watched it. Modern Display. There was a white dude. I don't know if y'all remember Modern Display. They were a silkscreen marketing firm, and it was a white dude that owned it. The reason why I said that is because it was shocking that he brought some uniforms to us one day. I'm come from the era where my mama, Miss Bonnie, and all of us, our parents, they took blank T-shirts, and they had markers, and the ladies had better handwriting than all of us. But our uniforms were cut off jeans. Y'all remember when we had jeans and you cut them off to the leg, and T-shirts. We were the Bears. We were the downtown Bears, right? And we called ourselves the Bad News Bears because we didn't have good uniforms, but we could play some ball, but we didn't have anything. We didn't have money for uniforms. We didn't have no uniforms. So there was a guy that owned he watched us play one time, I guess. I don't know what the hell he was doing there. We were playing over in, not on Bank Street, but in Richmond Village. We was playing back in Richmond Village. And remember when the Walgreens used to be there? The Walgreens that was connected to the baseball field behind it by the Arts Consortium. The guy said that he was at the Arts Consortium for an event, and he loved baseball. So he seen the kids and the people over there yelling and stuff. And so he walked over, sat down in the stands, watched us play. We had on cutoff jeans, T-shirts with our name written, with the Bears written on the front and our number on the back. But we was hustlers. We could play the game. And after the game, we won, and he went over and talked to the coach, and he got everybody a little Faygo drink and a candy bar. He went over to the Walgreens and got everybody and we like, all right, thanks, man. Appreciate it. We thought it was over. So Coach Craig said it. Coach Craig know this. So he talked to Coach Craig. Coach Craig was like, okay, blah, 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 blah. 2 weeks later, I guess it was, couple weeks later, whatever it may have been, this man came downtown with some modern display t-shirts. These were uniforms. He had the top, the bottom, socks, hats, had everything. Never had anything like that in our life. Now, we've been spending money in all these different stores on the block. It took a dude from 25 up on Mitchell Avenue off the expressway, back there by Shell, back in that corner. Yeah, he owned Modern Display back then. He brought us all them uniforms down there, man. I guess he made the uniforms because he had a print company. He bought them, made all the uniforms, and we had uniforms. And just his gesture, just him doing that, believe it or not, the reason why I'm saying that is because that's why I do it. I do it because I learned it from him. I didn't learn it, and I'm not going to say any of my Black-owned businesses that were down the way, who could have done this or should have done this. I don't want to count their money. Maybe they didn't have the finances to do it. But it let me know how important it was for that company to support somebody in the neighborhood, because I remember my mama saying something. I remember Miss Bonnie saying something. I remember the people saying they praised this dude for doing what he did for the kids. And, I remember that. So there's people out there right now that know, and I hate saying this shit out loud because I'm not in that business anymore. I'm not into doing, I don't really do that anymore. But yeah, a few years ago, I just stopped. A few years ago, y'all remember that the Wyatt brand was all over the city in boxing. And, I was making uniforms for the baseball teams, the football teams, the boxing teams. They weren't paying for that stuff. That stuff was the give back is more important than the money sometimes. That stuff is important. So here's, probably shouldn't even be talking like this. A lot of people piss me off. Just be honest with you. They talk about community. There's two sides of a community, okay? There's the people that are there that are living there, and then there's people that are there that do business there. Until you have an equal portion of responsibility and accountability, it's not really a community. If you got people just infiltrating your community and making all the money and taking it somewhere else, you really don't have a community. If the people that own the buildings in your community are not you, that's not really your community. It's just a hood. It's just a hood. A community is when you have ownership. A community is when you have vested you have assets in it. And when you pay into a community, but you don't get anything in return, stop calling it yours. Stop calling it yours. So what we have to do is get back to, if we're going to say community, it has to be, the community has to work in a unison. You have to have people that spend money, and you got to have people that make money and give money back. You know what I'm saying? It's a give and take, a take and give. You have to do that. If you're not doing that, you don't really have a community. So please stop telling me people that got moved out of law homes and Lincoln Courts and they just broke up our community. Those weren't your buildings. Nobody took anything from you that was yours. How dare us say they didn't tore down law homes? I knew they was going to do that to us. They going to do the Fay next. Look what they did to English Woods. English Woods, we didn't have nothing there but apartments, a hood. Be mad at the people that didn't teach you how to own the neighborhood. And don't believe that it wasn't doable, because I remember York Street was full of houses. Mama Birds, Remember? Over by GJ's and all up the lower over the Rhine. And if you go down on what's the street down there by GJ's too, and down by Stanley Row, all them houses back there. That's grandma in them house now. Used to be. Me and my partner Sean, we just weren't ready. Dayton Street, yeah. We wasn't really ready at this particular time, 15 years ago. Easily, it was 10, 15 years ago. They had those houses over on Dayton for $30,000. $30,000 rehab. I don't even know if they had tax abatements, but I'm sure it was negotiable at that time. I would think that they had tax abatement situations going on based on the administration they had in that time. I'm pretty sure tax abatement was on the table because there was white people moving into those houses. They were taking these rehabs. They were turning these $30,000, $40,000 projects. They were 120 to 125 in them. Go down there now, Poplar Street. Go down there right now. Try to get you something under 200, 250. Try to get you something under 250. It's not going to happen. And I'm talking about in an area that people would have shung. They would, oh, no, I'm not doing, no, hell no. That's grandma in them house that y'all let fall out and go away. Remember, that's the area that they said that they taken. Y'all going to let them take that. They just took that from it. No, they didn't just take shit. You let it go. So you got to keep shit real. Ain't nobody taking shit out there. Wasn't nobody taking it. Maybe the city took it because the tax accrued. Maybe they got into a tax situation because grandma gone. Nobody spent time and heard what was going on in her life. And she left a $15,000, $20,000 tax bill behind when she passed on and nobody knew about it. So now the city has it, but that's not them taking it from you. That's you and grandma didn't have communications. You and mom didn't have communication. Y'all just didn't know. And see, what we tend to do is a lot of shit that we don't know nothing about. And I don't mean just knowing somebody's business. I'm talking about knowing things, the lack of knowledge, the lack of knowing how things go and how they work and things of that nature. That tends to be the number one reason why we don't achieve what we want to achieve. It's not that somebody don't want you to do it. Here's my thing. I'm going to tell you the truth. Nobody can stop you from doing what you want to do if you know how to do it. The only person that can get stopped from doing something that they want to do is somebody that don't know how to do what they want to do. But if you want to do it and you really want it, you'll find a way to know everything you need to know before you start trying to do it. Does that make sense? Because I'll be honest with you, most of my failures and most failures in life, to be honest with you, come from the lack of knowledge. I mean, when you start trying to do something, when anything, you'll have more mess ups, more failures at it. And then you start getting a little better the more you do it, right? It's the same thing in business. It's the same thing in real estate. It's the same thing in almost everything. You generally have to practice your failures in order to be good. It's just normal. But what pisses me off is when they, it's so easy to say somebody ain't gonna let you, or we can't do that because you know how they do. You know how they ain't gonna let us have you ain't, boy, they ain't gonna let us come up in here like that. They ain't gonna. Wait a minute, you telling me your city council, the people that you say are for the people, by the same people that you voted for, that you were trying to keep the evil, nasty other group of people out of there. So what's the reason you do that? What's the sole purpose of you voting one particular group of people in your city council? What's the point? What's the point of keeping the other people out if the people you have in there are not letting you do what you want to do? You that hypnotized to believe that you have won because the other side is not there, but yet you still can't achieve what you want to achieve, even with your team in there. I don't get that. I don't understand that. I mean, that's two wrongs. That's two wrongs being wrong at the same time. I'm sorry. You can go to the prosecutor. Y'all talked all that shit about the prosecutors y'all done had in there for 60, 70 years. They the worst motherfuckers in the world, motherfuckers, and now you get the same shit in there on your own team. That's just an easy one to show you. That's just an easy one because you can't deny it. Now you can make it more. You can say something like, well, we didn't see it. We didn't know. We didn't know who she was. Who fault is that? Lack of knowledge. Somebody had you focused on one side over there the whole time. Don't say I never said this. Somebody had y'all focused on the people that you should have been paying attention to the people that you wanted and stop paying so much attention to the people that you don't want. The biggest distraction in the world is your enemy. So that makes your real enemy easy to access you, to get to you. Oh my God, the day. I told Miss Rosemary, I think we had this conversation yesterday. The only reason why Mr. Farmer was able to get to you is because you thought he was on your side. You were easy access. You were easy prey. He probably had you thinking bad about some other people. Keep your guard up on some other people while you lowering your guard on him. Now, who's easier to do her harm? He is. That's why when people say what they say about I don't, you know, I've brought it up before. Why are we always focusing on what white people doing? See, when I say what we need to be doing, I sound like I'm hating on us. But when I don't speak about what white people are doing or what Asians are doing or what Mexicans are doing, when I don't talk about them, then I must look up to them. No, I don't look up to people like that. The people I look up to are the ones I pay the most attention to. I pay attention to the people that I want to see succeed. So let's talk about what we need to do, not what the other people are doing or why I don't want to be around them or why they don't need to be around us. Stop focusing on the people that's doing what they're doing and focus on what we need to do. I don't understand, but yet I get it. I get it. I truly get it. You know, some people, you know, I'm sorry, the phone is, I'm sorry. Sorry. I get on this road. Sometimes we just do what we've been born to do, what we've been taught to do. And sometimes when we're taught a certain way, it's the way. It's just the way. And when we do it that way, we feel comfortable. And what's the most uncomfortable thing in the world? Something that's just different. Something that you have to become, that you have to get new to understand. And then you got the people that'll say, well, he trying to trick us. Trick no good. All that old shit. Trick you into what? You already done fell for the shit that I think is slippery. So I can't trick you into anything other than to pay attention. If you pay attention, then, you know, you'll see what, and just live and go wherever you want to go with it. Let me go to the phone lines because this person's been holding a long time. My apologies. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with? Hold on one second.
Hey, how you doing, Wyatt?
Hey, caller, how you doing? CK?
Yeah, this CK, brother.
What's good
yeah,
with you, brother? Sorry about you holding so long. What's good, man?
No problem, man. You were giving out that good game, man. Oh, man. I was just listening to your show, man, on the Thursday, man. I think you was giving out some wisdom.
Thirsty Thursday?
Yeah, this Thursday, you know.
Oh, that sounds kind of bad. I'll be honest with you. That don't sound slick.
We ended the government shutdown, right, Wyatt?
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Got some good news, right? We don't want to go down that road again. Please don't do that again, Wyatt. Please do not shut the government down. We need the government, sir. Could you do that for me?
Say it again.
Please don't shut the government down. We need them. Please don't do that. The people of America needs the government. Don't you agree?
No.
So you don't mind the government shutting down?
No, not that at all. I don't think that the people need the government. Like I do think that the
We
government
need the food stamps. Wyatt, we gotta eat. Come on, how we gonna eat without food stamps, sir? You come on now.
Are you on food stamps?
Yeah, we need food stamps.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. I asked you, are you on food stamps?
No.
Is your
I don't like the process, sir. I have been on there before in
wait a
my
minute,
lifetime,
okay.
and I did not enjoy it.
You're not on food
I did not.
stamps. You're not on food stamps. Is that queen that you have over there? Is she on food stamps?
No, we're working. We're
So you
working.
don't need
We're
food
not dealing
stamps.
with food stamps.
So you don't need them.
Oh, but I buy them from people that do get them.
You're part of the problem, CK.
I am.
Absolutely.
Please explain how I am a part of the problem of the government. Me personally.
You say you buy other people's food stamps?
Ain't that what I'm supposed to do as a hardworking man of a society of America?
You trolling today.
Hold on.
You trolling
If
today,
you
bro.
tell, hold on. I go to the grocery store. You telling me you can give me 50 food stamps, $100 worth of food stamps for $50. I ain't supposed to buy it. You done lost your mind. I ain't work hard to pay the whole price for the money. I won't half off on it like everybody else. What's wrong with you? I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, Wyatt. I'm not in your position. I have not graduated from law school, sir. I'm still the working people. You can't judge us being at your position, sir. You done made it out. We still in it.
So let me ask you something. Who benefits from you buying someone's food stamps?
I do, sir.
So let me ask you.
I save half the money.
So now,
Wyatt live.
Okay, so now, okay, I got to ask you a question. I mean, it's legitimate. I appreciate
Yes,
you.
sir.
I appreciate you being honest. So
I gotta be honest.
What is the going rate on buying food stamps? If they have $100, let's just use round numbers, okay? If they have $100 in food stamps, what do you pay for it?
50 ball.
$50. Okay, things haven't changed much.
Never, haven't changed at all. And if you're trying to go higher than that, I ain't effing with you, Wyatt.
Right, because
you ain't gonna try to run game on me.
No.
Because like you said, we in the streets.
Right.
You ain't gonna try to run game on me, try to go up on me like gas prices. We in the streets.
Right, and you're absolutely right. And I don't think they will go up on you because there's plenty of people doing that.
Oh, they didn't try it. They didn't try it, Wyatt. They didn't try it.
Okay, I know. Okay, if you look slippery, if you look a certain way, they might try you. I get it. But now let me ask you something. You get $50 worth of food stamps. Excuse me, you get $100 worth of food stamps for $50, right?
This is yes.
Okay, so what do you think the person who got the $50 is doing with the money?
I don't give a damn what they do. It's about me. It ain't about you.
There you go. See, there's your problem.
What am I supposed to be non-selfish in a world full of selfishness? I have to be. Listen, if you be weak, you will get destroyed. It's predator or prey. Which one you want to be, Wyatt?
I'd rather be neither one.
You have to be one. This is America, sir.
No.
I'm a black man.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you trolling today. All right.
No,
CK,
ain't no. Hold on.
What else?
Why would you dismiss me, sir? Because we go to prison. We go to the cemetery. So I'm a black man in America. I haven't left where you left. I'm still in the motherfucking gutter. You acting like just because you made it all the way up there with LeBron James and them, you judging me. Now you're judging me from LeBron James stage.
I'm telling you the process. It's not just, don't take it personal. If you doing what somebody is doing, bro, don't take it personal if I tell you what their actions are is not right or not good. You take it personal. You're taking that one a little personal.
Wow, but it's all about me. But you asking me to care about somebody else when nobody cares about me. How can I care about another person when nobody in the world cares about me? It's about survival of the fittest. So it's a war going on outside. No one is safe from.
All right, man. Okay.
Do you understand? I'm just saying. You acting like I'm doing something wrong when I'm just surviving. Just because you made it out to the prosperity, some of us don't have law degrees. Some of us can't get in medical school, sir. Some of us got left behind.
Okay, let me ask you a question. How do you think I would feel for you if you went and robbed Fifth Third Bank today in Cincinnati because you needed to make money?
You would think I did a criminal offense.
You're doing a criminal offense when you buy food stamps.
I agree.
So
with that totally. I won't deny that.
So what?
I won't deny that.
So why? I mean, why is it necessary for you to do, you don't care. Okay, so if a mother has $100, you don't think you're taking advantage of the person that's selling the food stamps to you?
No, they're taking advantage of me.
Who?
I got the cash. The cash is the king. They're getting the money.
Okay.
The money rules everything. Why you don't understand? How can I be taking advantage when they getting fucking money? I'm taking care of them. You flipping this shit around on me when I'm taking care of the motherfucker, the dealer, the food stamp dealer. They're the one in business to sell food stamps. Now I'm supplying they fucking food stamp thing, and you making me out to be wrong. That's like blaming the drug addicts for giving money to the drug dealers. I gotta eat. Why wouldn't I try to save money on food? You're not making sense, Wyatt. Why would I? If I'm at the bottom, you already at the top. You got to go back to when you didn't have shit, when you were starving. That's what I'm saying. Then you can understand where I'm coming from, sir.
That's a false equivalent. Everything that you just said. Take me out of the equation because I don't agree with you breaking the law. Has nothing to do with what I've done in life. Has absolutely nothing to do with it. I'm talking about the things that you are doing is contributing to a much bigger problem.
Well, what about, okay.
That's all,
I'm saying
bro. Y'all got the wrong one when you try that shit with me.
Some crimes are victimless.
I'm not the one that you could sit back and
that is a victimless crime,
bro,
sir.
It's not a victimless crime. It's not a victimless crime. When you take $100 worth of food stamps from a woman, you're taking $50 out of her kid's mouth. You ain't never.
What about my kids? What about me eating? You acting like somebody else not eating. It's still getting ate.
But now
the food is getting ate.
Then go get your own food stamps from Job and Family Services. See how that shit work out.
That's where we don't like. That's where we disagree, sir. Fundamentally.
Wait a minute. So
I don't like that.
You would rather take food out of somebody else's mouth than to go down there and qualify for your own.
I'm not taking it. I'm buying it, sir. This is a deal. This is. Sir, this is what is consensual. You acting like it's non-consensual. You like I'm scamming them.
You are
this
scamming.
Is two grown people, sir.
You scamming them and you scamming taxpayers.
Oh my God! Why would you do this to me?
I'm just being honest with you. I'm being honest with you, bro. I mean, people don't want to listen. CK, you're not.
So what about all the money they stole from me? Every day I worked. These motherfuckers been stealing. They've been stealing money out of my check every day I work. Every day I work since I've been alive. So I ain't so yeah. So what? I can't get no get back.
Who been stealing money out of your check?
The government, Uncle Sam.
No,
he been taking money every day.
You know where it go? Towards that $100
to the food stamps, exactly. Right?
So. You think
so I'm taking my own money back. Come on, brother.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Do you have a bank account?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a savings account or a checking account, something of that nature, right?
The checking. That's how you gotta do it. Do it smooth like that.
I got you. Do you pay banking fees?
What the hell? I don't know nothing about. Now you getting into algebra and shit, calculus. I don't know what that is.
Okay, that's fair. What I'm saying to you is sometimes people have banking fees, okay, because they may have not enough deposit in their account, so you have to have a minimum of 500 or 5,000 or whatever in account. Some checking accounts are free, some savings accounts are free, but most have some type of service charge if you have activity in them, like a checking account. Okay, so they have a minimum balance. So sometimes you might find yourself paying $6 a month fee or $20 a month fee. I don't know what it is, depending on what the account is. So if you're paying those fees, bro, do you feel like you can now go to the bank and take your fees back from them illegally?
No, I mean, if you found out a way.
Because you just said you was paying taxes.
I'm not.
You just said
talented.
You were saying
I'm not talented enough to do it, but I'm just saying if I was.
I mean, if you was a beast.
You know,
if you were a beast and you just, you just was like, hey man, I'm here to just get a little bit of this money. I'm gonna take whatever. It's the same thing. It's like I mean, if you can go break into an ATM and get some money out of it to get some of your money back out of the fees that they've been taking from you for that. I mean, it's the same concept, bro. It might sound ridiculous to a lot of people, but you're paying taxes towards the same thing that you're taking advantage of out here. And it's really against the law what you're doing, to be honest with you. But you're not the only one. The only reason why I'm saying this and bringing it up and allowing this conversation to go this far is because, CK, believe it or not, there are people on this platform right now that actually buy food stamps. There are people that do exactly what you do.
I'm one of them. That's why I'm saying.
I'm not mad at you.
Listen, Once you dead and die, it don't matter. Judge me. Judge me for what
Okay.
you want to judge me for.
Okay. All right. All I'm saying to you, brother, is that that is part of the problem from two different points of views, because you got to look at the fact that if somebody's willing to give you, I mean, you can't even go, there's very few businesses that you can go make $100 and and you know, and you're only going to get $50 of it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you go work a full day's work and you make $100, and somebody and somebody just hands you half of what you really made. I mean, it's just think about what you're doing when you give somebody $50 for $100 worth of food stamps. Look at it two different ways. Where is this person taking that $50? Why are they that desperate to only have 50% of the money that they have in their hand? Why would they take $50 instead of going to the store and utilizing an entire $100 to get food? Have you thought about what issue or what problem they may have?
Yes, sir. I have thought about it, and you have to understand. We are downtrodden. It's not about, you don't care. You're about survival. So when you're trying to eat your next meal, you don't care about nothing. You just trying to, I'm buying the food stamp because I'm trying to eat hamburger helper, Doritos, ramen noodles, stream bean, glory greens. So I'm not caring about the next person. I'm trying to survive.
Okay.
See what
Well,
I mean?
here's
So
what
you don't have time to have a conscience for people that don't have conscience for you. The only people that have conscience is the wealthy, the rich, the people that made it out. But the people at the bottom, that's why the crime rate is so high, sir.
that's
Because we don't care about each other. It's about, you got to do whatever you got to do to feed your family, sir. That's all I'm trying to get across to you. It's not about, oh, let me make sure my fellow neighbor is good. No, we don't care about the neighbor. They're scoping out the neighbor trying to rob them. But yeah, I'm gonna listen to you, brother. I'm gonna go to work, man. I appreciate you hearing my testimony, man.
all right, brother. Well, I appreciate you, man. I good luck to you. Good luck.
I'm gonna keep walking the righteous path. I'm not gonna do it no more, Wyatt. I'm
I
not gonna
find
buy based on your statements to me, sir. I'm not gonna do that anymore.
I find that hard to
So,
believe, but okay. I'm
well,
gonna
hold
take
on.
you.
Why would you? If I told you the truth, why can't you believe the truth when I tell you? So you just want to believe the shit you want to believe. When I'm telling you something, it's the truth. So if I don't want to, you telling me it's wrong. I didn't think it was wrong. You telling me it's illegal. Now that makes me quit. I'm not gonna do no shit that's illegal. I didn't think it was illegal till you told me.
Yeah. Okay.
Resources, sir.
All
Resources.
right. Well, I buy that brand. I buy you. I buy that brand.
Thank you, brother.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for engaging with us. Y'all know it's hard to quit doing stuff like that. I mean, see, I'm saying this to the point where I mean, I'm not Mr. Goodbar. I've done it before. Um, I've done it before. So I'm not sitting here um trying to be Mr. Goodbar or anything like that. I'm just letting you guys know that when you're aware, when the knowledge, when the information um becomes available to you, now it's about making the better decisions. I mean, to be honest with you, I've bought from boosters. I mean, it's been a long time ago, but I had to understand, like, when I was in a retail situation, when I had a business that required me to have to hire extra people so theft would be reduced or whatever, or internal theft was going on, I had to look back on the things that I did to contribute to that back in my day. So, I mean, I had to pay attention to okay, I know people gonna come in here and steal because it's part of society. It's just part of how it go. I know I'm gonna have some internal theft because that's how it, that's what happens. That's just how it is. But it didn't make me feel good about what I done. I'm talking about all the way back from when I didn't know any better. Till I got a little older and was like, it's probably not cool that I'm buying this Adidas sweatsuit that I know they just picked up out of coins. But I had the same mentality that CK had. And that was, I'm benefiting. As long as I'm benefiting, I don't care who suffers. And you got to lose that mentality. You got to lose that mentality because, and I wasn't suggesting to everybody here, let's clear the air on something. if you sell $100 worth of food stamps for $50, I'm not suggesting that the $50 is going to drugs. That's not always the case. That's not always the case. In many cases it is. But in some cases it's mothers that got other shit going on. You know, she might have to pay something. They need cash. The EBT card is not, you can't utilize it everywhere. You can't use it for things. You can't, you can't go to the washer and wash clothes. You can't go to the laundromat. You can't do certain things with the EBT money. It's meant surely for food. And you can't buy certain food. So I understand that you might need cash, but there is so much abuse going on in those areas that you can't be mad at people. You can't be mad at people that got a problem with the abuse in that area. This is a massive. I could call right now, and I'm not I'm not proud to say this, but if I wanted $100 worth of food stamps for $50, I could make a call right now. Not food stamps, but I could, it's not the hardest thing in the world to do. But to have that kind of money accessible and it be out there and it floats around the city like that, that's a problem. I seriously believe there's some people that are taking advantage of the EBT system. There's, there's a lot of people taking advantage of it. And there's a lot of people that are getting tired of paying into the system that people are taking advantage of. Let me go back to the phone lines real fast before I get up out of here. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Yeah, this is me.
Yeah, this is me. What up, twin? What's good?
I guess you got to get up and take a bathroom break again, huh?
If you start talking crazy, I am.
I said, man, I know I got to get up and just walk out on me like.
No, I didn't get up and walk out on you. That was my whole point.
No, it was funny to me.
I'm like, bro, what? I don't even remember what we were talking about, but you.
No, we was talking about old girl, and I was breaking it down to him like, man, he must ain't catch on what he just asked me. You asked me a question, I told you how it is. Oh. I'm like, yeah, you asked me something. I like this how it is, Wyatt. And then we went there, and then you got up and went to the bathroom. Why quit trying to act like a law-abiding citizen, man? Act like this something new, man. You know damn well, man, things hard out here. You damn right I buy stamps. Come on, Wyatt.
Oh, you buy
you
stamps.
Act like you trying to, huh?
You buy stamps.
You damn right I do.
Y'all something different, bro.
What you mean something different?
Okay.
Ain't nothing changed from the books that we had, the dollars, the 5, 10, to the link card. Come on, Wyatt.
Okay.
Ain't nothing new, man.
And
Somebody approached me, hey, man, you about to buy it?
I don't think this is going to get any better.
You about to use cash? Well, what you got? Yeah, man. So this ain't nothing new. Why are you acting all brand new on this?
I'm not acting brand new, brother.
Yeah. Yeah. You acting all brand new, man. You're about stamps. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You can't go just like, what if that Dorothy Lane you somehow out of here and they accept EBT? Damn right I'm going Dorothy Lane with this link card. Come on, man.
But now, where'd you get I'm not asking you to tell me the name. I'm just saying, where would you get an EBT card? I mean, if it's $100, how much you pay for it?
If it's $100, you're getting 50 for 100.
50 for 100.
Some people go like 65 for 100. It depends on the situation.
Okay.
Some people need it for the phone bill, gas, Pampers, cigarettes, blunt, whatever.
That's what they tell you?
I know what they need it for.
Oh, okay.
That's the approach of it. Hey, they need their fix. Okay. Light bill, something.
So what makes that okay? I'm just curious. What make it okay?
Hey, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. I didn't approach you with the stamp. You approached me. I'm not asking to take none out your kid's mouth. I'm not doing that. You approach me. I'm not gonna say, hey, you got stamps. You got stamps. No, you came to me with it. You don't. The body don't come to the supplier like that. When it come down to that, they come like, hey, I got this, I got stamps, 5,400. Oh, okay, run them. I'm not. You don't go out searching. Hey, anybody got stamps? No. Somebody you catch them they catch you in the store or whatever. Hey, you about to pay for that with currency? Yeah, why? What's up? I got some stamps, man. I'm just trying to get me a beer. I'm trying to, get on a bus or something like that. They approach you. You don't approach them. I don't know who in there. 50,000 people in the store. Hey, anybody got stamps? No.
So
People just
do you think
walk around. They catch you and stuff. Hey, man, how much you got to pay for it?
So let me
Get
ask
it
you.
all the
Let
time.
me ask you though, Twin. Do you think there's a reason why they don't allow EBT cards to buy beer and wine? Do you think there's a reason why they don't do that?
Man, there's some couple of stores I know not here, but you can buy liquor with that, man.
With an
Beer
EBT
and all
card?
that.
You can, with it.
They got popped off though.
What do you mean?
They got popped. They got caught in the jam when they were on investigation.
The store did.
Arab, yeah. They took their EBT license and all that. They was investigating because they had niggas hanging in front of the store and they kept telling them to get rid of them.
So now,
and all that. So they raided their shop.
So now let's go to the problem. Do you think that do you know why they don't allow beer and wine to be bought with EBT cards? Do you see an
state
issue?
Regulation?
Right. Do you see an issue with it? Do you think they should be allowed to buy beer and wine with an EBT card?
It's money.
No, I'm saying.
But they no.
Do you think that it's fair?
No, it's for the food and stuff for the kids, man. Really.
Right. So now,
older people.
So now, when
you ain't switching no game on me, man. Come on, Wyatt. Don't act brand new. I know you're trying to break it down dummy terms to Twin.
I'm trying
to get you to understand me, but hey, life is life, man. It's hard out here. Hey, they need that light bill, Wyatt. They short on their telephone bill. A kid short on Jordans or something. There's a reason for everything. Why? People not just gonna walk up. Hey, you do this. Hey, you got what you buying this for? Hey, you paying cash with that? I get it all the time. Hey, Ronnie, I'm gonna help you out. What you need, a beer or something, a telephone, or light bill? I'm gonna help you out. Yeah.
I think I said this yesterday, Twin. The funniest shit in the world that I ever heard is when people think they helping somebody out when they taking advantage of them.
Why come? They not taking advantage, man. You approach me with it. How's it taking advantage?
Because if you're getting the lion's portion of the deal, plus it's an illegal act, and
man, you better go on Captain Save a Citizen on, man.
Okay, whatever.
Go on with that, Wyatt.
Okay.
You been Captain Save a Citizen. No, I didn't approach you. No, you approached me. I'm not in my biz.
Twin,
I'm shocked.
No, Twin, you're the hero here, not me. I'm not trying to be save a
man. You talking about taking stuff out kids' mouth and all that and that thing. I didn't tell your mama go out there and approach me with them stamps. She did on her own. Now you take that up with little Ran.
Well, here's the thing, Twin. I'm not mad at you. I'm not even arguing at you because that mentality is exactly what drug dealers. That's a drug dealer mentality. I am not mad at you, bro. I understand people that think that way. I get it. I didn't make you smoke no dope. Come on and get this dope. Get this. I mean, I understand, bro. I'm from that. I get it. Yeah, it don't mean it's right.
But you feel like it's wrong, though.
It's just as bad as the drug.
Yeah, I understand what you.
And it does a lot of damage to people. It enables people. And this is the reason why a lot of people have a problem with them SNAP programs and EBT programs. This is the reason, because that money is going to finance a lot of illegal shit. The same people that fight for all these dependency programs end up financing a lot of their own problems. They yell about people that's not getting their money, not getting their SNAP and stuff like that, but a lot of illegal stuff is going on in those fields. And then that money that's being used, let's just say, for instance, you might not use the EBT card for you might use the EBT card, the EBT card for groceries, right? The $100 you're gonna use for groceries, right? But you pay $50 for somebody that's going to get some dope. All right. So if that person going to get dope, bro, I mean, think about what that money is financing. It's now financing the drug trade. It's buying guns, it's buying bullets, it's buying dope, it's buying prostitution, it's buying all of that. That $1, and y'all might think I'm exaggerating, but I know the game. That $1 finance, every $1 you spend in the street is financing several different acts that's going on out there.
I know that, Wyatt, but hey, I didn't ask you. You approached me.
It doesn't matter.
Let me tell you this, Wyatt.
It don't matter.
Let me tell you.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me.
Let me tell you this, man. Say for instance, I'm a hard-working person and stuff. I just got out the joint. I'm on parole. I'm on probation, whatever. Yeah, parole, not probation, parole. So I'll give me a 9 to 5, whatever, making about maybe say the average 1,200. No, 1,300. So I'll go apply for some food stamps. Why they give it to me? Because I'm fresh out the joint or whatever. Then when I reapply, they say, "Oh, you overqualified." I'm saying, "Okay, how much I get now?" It went from $32 now to $16. But if that guy out there homeless and stuff ain't got a job and stuff, but you can get him $300, even though I pay into this food stamp program or whatever. Because I'm not overqualified and all that, but he ain't punching no clock. And then these lazy women or men's or whatever that stay home, now that they shorten the food stamp, now if they want them stamps, why they got to do like some type of 40 to 80 hours a week to get them food stamps. You know that?
I've heard of it. I don't know the
Yeah,
details, but I've heard
yeah,
something
yeah.
like
To
that. But
keep their stamps for so many hours, go look for a job or go to the library or something and stuff to get them food stamp going. But man, they approach me. Why? I mean, I can't knock nobody for the way food. You know, they say how here, or you don't want to pay cash really for what you got, and you go in there with $50, man. That $50 add up. You like, dang, what I bought? You think you on a budget spending 20, that 20 turn into the 30 to the 50. And I'm like, man, they don't even look like I bought $20 worth of stuff with $30 and everything. So hey, them food stamps come in handy, man.
okay.
Even though you balling and all that, hey, shit, I don't want to spend all these $500-600 and all. No, give me them stamps.
Okay. I just think I'm gonna say this, and it's not gonna be good on the ears. It's probably not gonna be favorable, but I'm gonna say it. And y'all got to let me explain. Those that tune out as soon as I say this, I'll holler at you. It's been real. But there's a lot of people that get snapped that don't really supposed to get it, that don't deserve it.
That's true.
They don't deserve it. And I'm gonna tell you
That's
why
true.
I say that. When you out here selling your snap, that's a problem. When you selling your EBT, that's a problem. But like I told y'all, when I'm in Cincinnati, I go to Dorothy Lane in Mason. And when I see EBT cards being used out there, like I said, I ain't seen an EBT car outside. I don't see anybody. I told my sister Alethea and my brother Donnie, take pictures because they said they were going to Dorothy Lane's yesterday or maybe today. Take pictures.
Do they accept EBT at Dorothy Lane?
They do. And my thing is, I'm not mad that they do.
Okay. I never been there, drove past. I've never been there.
I'm not mad that they do, but it's like the designer store of grocery stores. All right. Okay. Wine cellars and all this old stuff in there. Now, I know you can't use it for the wine, but this is an upscale grocery store that is very expensive. And I'm wondering if you have an EBT card, maybe some of the people that are using the EBT cards are doing the same thing that you're doing and what CK is doing, and that's buying it from somebody. Maybe they're not, recipients of the EBT card. Maybe they're actually buying them, but that's just as illegal. I mean, my point is, why would somebody who's on a fixed budget take an EBT card and use it at a design? Look, it's almost like if you could use your EBT card for clothing, okay? I'm just hypothetically speaking here. If you could use it for clothing, would you go to Saks Fifth Avenue to buy clothes, or would you go to Walmart? You see what I'm saying? Why would you go buy $45 t-shirts at Saks Fifth Avenue, a white tee for $45? Why would you do that when you only got $300 on your card, when you can go buy 10 white t-shirts at Walmart for $20 or $30? See, it's the same concept in the food. Why would you overspend on food if you're getting an EBT card that you qualify for and you're going to be limited in the things that you can buy? I don't understand why people would do that. So
maybe I don't want to pay no damn $50 for no lobster tails or whatever, crab leg.
Well, most people on EBT or who qualify for EBT don't quite live that way. I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm saying if you qualify, if these are your cards coming, it's in your name and you feeding a family. Most of those folks are not buying expensive food. They're not buying, lobster tails and stuff like that. I don't see that because they can't afford it.
Man. Not now, not lately. Since it's really changed in the game that they got to go to that 40 hours of class program type. But I've seen it, Wyatt. I've seen so many white folk I pay attention to everything. I've seen so many white people got they little what's that Louis Vuitton purse, the Dewey bag, Prada bag, whatever, and step out their little cars, nice car. I say she got 50 credit cards, and that lady pulled out that link card. And I'm
The
looking, they
EBT card,
got the
right?
nerve to talk about her. I mean, I'm seeing it, Wyatt, from my own ass. I want to see.
Well,
Just sharp to the T, all that.
well, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna go off on a limb here. I'm gonna make a huge assumption that probably will piss some people off. I guarantee you there's some fraud. I don't know anybody that could be driving around in a
I don't care what it is, but see, I had to see it for myself. I want to see. Like, ain't no way you the jury, all that white, and then 7 of them white women came up in there. You think they like, work for corporate or something? The way they was dressed, and I'm looking like, man,
So
you got
do-
a lot of cars and I'm bagging and stuff, and I'm walk out and bag the car up and see other cars. I'm like, damn, how the hell you get a link car? You driving this and you dress like you corporate? Nah, she finesse the system.
that don't
They
mean that
doing
they're
it
not
right.
frauding. That doesn't mean that there's no fraud going on there. To me, it's
I say
obvious
she finessing the system, so it gotta be fraud or something. I don't know.
because I wouldn't go in Dorothy Lanes with an EBD card to buy a can of soup because I'm gonna pay double for it. And I mean that respectfully. I'm not trying to shit on the EBT crowd. I'm saying I wouldn't. If you're on a fixed budget, you have to get as much as you can for your money. You see what I'm saying? It just doesn't
That's
make
true.
any sense to
But
go
why?
into.
Come on, man. We from the streets, man. We been around the hood and everything, our people and all that. Why, if you was on the other hand with CK, you probably do the same thing. Don't pump fake on here, guy. Don't pump fake on here, because I still do. I don't care how much money I got in my pocket. You approach me with a link card, I'm banned. Okay. Oh, well, I'm getting it out you.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm not mad at
you
you,
didn't
bro.
care about your kid or none of that. I wasn't thinking about no kids now. I'm thinking about your fix. What you need.
Okay.
That's how I am.
No,
that's my mentality and stuff. I mean, you can't knock a person for what? I didn't tell you approach me. I'm out of my business. Shopping. You came to me. Hey, baby, hey, young blood, you want this? Here, run it. What you want for?
Okay.
Yeah. You gave a good assumption on leaders and all that, White.
What's that?
All the people the leaders and all that here, and people crying about this and all that. But I can't wait till next year. This jump off next year to see after this people in this park hunt, the little students and all this. And man, just from hearing the case of what Tracy Hunter said about that prosecutor yesterday, and it's sad, man. I can't wait till next year. Lord's will. I just can't wait.
I don't understand.
And I'm going to say, have your same narrative and stuff, your approach. And he did tell him so. He told him. Michelle said,
no, I was saying I'm a little lost. What's going on next year? Is
it
an election or
I'm just saying, I'm giving it a year or two.
Okay.
Everybody in place and everything, the city leaders and what people voted for, and
that shit ain't gonna change,
what they go do, and see what change go come, whatever. And I'm just gonna sit back and with my Air Force Ones up and just look and observe them. And damn, got played again. No, wait till the next 4 years.
Here's what I suggest, and then I got to go to it. Here's what I suggest to everyone. If you're looking for change in your city, if you live in Cincinnati and you just seen what happened with city council and you're proud of it or whatever, that's fine. I don't have any problems with what you get because that's what everybody talks about, right? Or what they voted for. If you're looking for a change, the only change that's ever going to happen to that base is the people that tend to change themselves. Don't expect change from people that's just always been the same way.
People love you as a Republican when you speak knowledge, though, and speak the truth.
Oh no,
you got to be a MAGA or whatever,
because
you speak the truth. And then when it hit in the fan, hit their ass in the fan with it, whatever, and they want to, you just a Trumpster. Come on, man. When somebody try to put you on game and knowledge and everything, I got to be a MAGA and all that.
Yeah, you got to understand something, Twin. I'm not really concerned with that part of it, of being what they call you. You got to understand, most people, if you don't agree on the same principles and certain things,
they're just not going to be with you on certain things anyway. It doesn't have to be. That's just their trigger of being able to call you those other things. That's what makes them feel comfortable. Because if you just disagree with someone politically, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're on the other side. But to them, you're not on their side, so that makes you on the other side. It doesn't mean that you can have a side of your own or be in the middle or claim to do what whatever benefits you in life. You have to either be on their side or you're on the opposition, period. There's no middle for people like that. That's just how
you ain't vote. So you ain't vote, you still MAGA too? Hey, go MAGA, whatever it is.
Yeah, because I mean, no, being honest with you, because if you don't vote for their guy, then you voted against them. You hear it all the time. I mean, think about it. If you don't vote, then you didn't vote for my guy. Then that means that you're against us, because your vote's supposed to help us. You're supposed to be with us. And if you're not with us, then you're with them. Even if you didn't take any action, even if you didn't vote, a no vote is a vote for them. For the other,
I'm just
for
understanding the situation.
Well, it
doesn't. Just kills me. Man, I never knew this, man. It'll come down to this, as folks, as your own people, man, arguing and debating about MAGA and you MAGA and all that.
Well,
but when she came on the show, y'all ain't say, oh, she's back, she's this and she's all that.
I don't know about, I don't really care about all that, because here's the thing. Some things, just when it don't make sense to me, I don't pay it much attention. Because if you really look at the Latino vote in America, Latinos voted higher for Trump than black people, but black people got a problem with black people. You don't hear them saying nothing about the Latino community. These are the same people that they out there talking about who are, you see the Latinos who have come to this country and have gone to the Trump side or the MAGA side, if you want to call it that, but yet they're still out here supporting illegal immigration, as if those illegal immigrants are not going to one day be able to think for themselves and end up probably thinking like the essays that are here now legally. They don't even think that way, because sometimes you got to think frames down the line. Some people think that if you give them an open door, that they'll always be your pet. And that's not everybody don't move like that. Sometimes you let somebody in, they infiltrate your walls, they infiltrate what you got going on, and then they try to they go over to the other side, to your opposition, because you allowed them to come in. I just don't understand why people don't look at it that way. It's like we're mad at black folks because of some black folks voting for Trump, and they think that was the reason why he won, when in fact Latinos voted way more than black men did. But yet our enemy is black people that voted for. That just doesn't make any sense to me. So when it's not, when the shit don't make sense to me, I don't have energy for it, to be honest with you. That's why I don't talk about it.
Right. All right. Thanks, Wyatt, for letting me engage. Call in, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you engaging with us today. That was Twin. Call back, sis. I just missed. I think Alethea was calling. I think that's her number. I'm pretty sure it was. I wanted to talk to her because she was gonna take pictures of Dorothy Lane's parking lot. Yeah, I mean it just puzzles me when you talk all this shit about the prosecutor. I mean, when you talk, just think about it. Now you got to come up with the excuse that when shit don't go your way for the people that you voted for, you got to make up this excuse of, well, they're hidden MAGAs, or they're hidden Republicans, or they're hidden this. They would have never been. They were talking to y'all in broad daylight. They didn't have to hide. They didn't even have to introduce themselves. They didn't have to tell you who they were, because you focused on who the opposition was. You didn't focus on who you was gonna hit up the ballot. You don't. So I don't get into all that shit. If it ain't making me no money, or if it don't make no sense, damn it, I ain't fucking with it. Let's just say that. And I ain't gonna sit back and be arguing with nobody about no damn politics. They got us out here mad and tumbling and fumbling over one another and all this old shit. Y'all crazy for that. I learned to adjust. I don't care who in office. I'm gonna get to the back. I'm gonna get to what I got to get to, regardless of who in office. Let me go to the phone line. Good afternoon. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking to?
Go ahead.
Hey, Wyatt, this is Alethea Williams. How
Sis.
are you?
Uh-oh. Sound like I'm in the shop.
Yeah, you in the salon. You said sound like I'm in the shop.
Sound like
Yes,
we
you
getting up
are.
in the
Yes,
shop.
you are.
They getting it fried, dyed, and laid to the side. So what's good
Yeah,
with you, sis?
get some fresh rays put in real quick.
That's what's up.
Listen, I want to tell you, look in your messenger. You got a couple messages in there you haven't seen yet.
Okay, I'll get to it
Yep.
today. Today
For
been
me and Berta.
okay. I gotta get to that.
And
I'll
then
get to that.
also, I just want to lay this joke on you real quick. I put it in the chat, but I don't think you've seen it. You should. I know you're getting on Twin and them about these stamps, but I think you should get on your fellow brothers from down the way. They used to steal all them ladies' wick from that cheese and the
I ain't
eggs
gonna
and
lie.
stuff.
I'm guilty. I ain't gonna lie. I'm guilty. They back in the day, Donnie will tell you, in law homes, they would lay the shit outside of people's door.
Yeah.
And we got it. We got
Yeah,
it.
and you tell me that all the time about the orange juice and
Orange juice, milk, and cheese. I'm not proud of that, sis. We were children, but we didn't know any better. Like, I'm a grown man now that know better than that. You know what I'm saying? I would never raise a child that would do anything like that. But the truth of the matter is, it was just too easy. You know what I'm saying? It was just too easy. And I didn't do it just to be doing it out of fun. We did it so we could get a few dollars to be able to do what we wanted to do. But, you know, I don't mean it to be, I was, you know, it was, look, this is why I don't get mad at that, you know, at people. I don't, you know, if you know
when
better.
They're young and don't know, you know, it's just doing it. Just do it.
Yeah, I mean,
because your mom probably would have tore you up.
For sure.
You was out there doing
for sure. It wasn't something, you know, we threw rocks at the bus for fun. We didn't go steal. You know, that was fun. You know, damaging stuff was kind of fun for us, but we were children. But when you get grown and, you know, you understand some of the things that you've done and this and this and that, you correct it. If we continue to correct the things that we done for kicks and fun and shit like that, we would be in a whole different place right now. Our kids would be a little bit different. But now we still practicing.
The generations do set the bar for certain things because, you know, me and my husband, we always trade stories on our childhood and stuff. And we both were sent to the store to break like food stamps, like when they were in the book. To break it so we could get the cash back to give to our parents, and we would go to the laundromat or whatever she needed. You know, my parent needed, but that's how it all started, I guess, in our culture, is that it was shown, and then they switched over from the book of food stamps until that. Then you had to go in the store with the actual 20s and the 10s. I think it was anything over a 5. You had to have it in the actual book to show them. And then it went from that to the cards. So we're always figuring it out, but I think it started from like past generations.
It's a thing that's never going to change. And the reason why it's not going to change is because it's a program set up to work that way on purpose. It's set up to have dependency. It's set up to make people feel comfortable. I just hate to say the truth, but you know, like I told Twin and CK, there's people that just don't supposed to receive these benefits, and I hate to say that because they abuse it.
But that's where I agree with you. You know, now we know better, we do better. But I can remember our candy lady. That's how our candy lady got her extra funds where they could live a little better. Like they took their food stamps and turned it up, flipped them is what it is. Like flip the money value of the food stamps. And then this is my question. I know you said you really didn't agree with people buying the food stamps like 5,400, 6,400 or whatever. But what about there's a young lady, she went into business, she was on food stamps and she was a really good cook. So she bought all the stuff with her food stamps and she starts selling plates. She's now facing like felony charges for fraud for taking the food stamp money to purchasing the food that she sold. So it's like, I don't know if I agree with that. You get what I'm saying? Because you have to get off of them, and that's her way to get off of them. But It's not saying she didn't feed her children. She fed her and her children, but she found a way to profit. But I know it's fraudulent. But what do you think about that person?
That's a tough one because of who I
It is.
am as an individual. You know, the grind in me says I understand,
I know.
but
Yeah, me too.
yeah,
Me
the
too.
grind in me
But if
says,
fraud is fraud, buying them
yeah. See,
or
you know, I remember
eh,
Miss Puma.
flipping them.
I remember Miss Puma and them used to sell Dixie cups and candy and shit in Law Homes. Ask Donnie about Miss Puma and them. That's Sweet Pea and them. Miss Shima and all them.
Okay.
They
Okay.
was the candy lady and all them. And they used to buy, I'm pretty sure they used to buy the syrups and the candy and all that stuff with with the cards and
Stamps.
stamps back in
Yeah.
the day. I'm pretty sure they did that. Um, but I didn't think of it that way when we were children. But now, as an entrepreneur, I understand the grind. I understand what it takes.
Yeah.
It's almost,
It's your way out, pretty much.
yeah. I mean, I don't agree with a person that would go sell drugs and then go start a store. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with a person that would go take their EBT cards and go to Costco and buy a bunch of chicken and fried chicken and then go sell chicken wings and French fries. I don't agree with that. I
Yeah.
understand it. You understand? I
But
understand it,
but
but I
you
don't agree
know,
with it.
honestly, not to cut you off, but this is how the church get their money. Churches get their money by the bake sales and things. These people are not rich people, so they use their food stamps to contribute to the churches for bake sales, for little gatherings, usher board,
What
youth
do you
programs,
mean?
things
What do
like that.
you mean that's how the
So
church
it's
get their
kind of
money?
like a thin line for me. That's why I asked you that question, because with the young lady, she used her brain, very good cook. She do feed her kids, and they started investigating her because she used her food stamps to buy the food that was getting her this success of, now she's coming from the bottom getting to the top, and they give her a fair case. Um
Yeah, I
the
mean,
felon,
she should.
so that to me, I was like, oh.
Technically, she should. Okay, do I understand the legal aspects of it? Yes. I mean, but at the same time, she probably could have used here's, and I know this is gonna sound kind of like naive on my part. It's gonna sound like I should like, damn, you know, you shouldn't hate on anybody. But um there's other ways of earning a little extra money to be able to set your little, you know, your little cooking joint up, you know, your hot wing stop at your crib. There's other ways of setting that up. You could go get a part-time job, and I guarantee you that part-time job would allow you to earn the same amount of money that you're getting with the food stamps. I mean, you can go get a part-time job that work in the evenings. You know, see that I'm from that. I'm not from the use the system to keep climbing up and taking advantage. Look, the system is not put in position for you to live off of. It's not put in position for you to stay stagnant at. It's put in the system.
Mhm.
The system is designed. I know what it's designed for, but the
Temporary
intention,
help.
right? The intention of it is to only be there for a temporary time. But people become dependent on it and they get laxed and comfortable and they learn to
Mhm.
live for 30 days. You see what I'm saying? And I think that
Yes.
it does more of a disservice for some people. Not all. See, to be honest with you, can I say something to you, sis? Let me see if you agree with this or
Absolutely.
disagree with this, because you're the right mind to run this by. Let me ask you, do you see how we have Uber Eats? Do you see how we
Yes.
have, you can call Kroger and you can have your food delivered to you and stuff like that?
Yes. Yes.
What would you think if we lived in a society like this where I got to kind of start from the beginning a little bit, but this is just an idea, because I believe that children suffer when people sell stamps and things of that nature. But what if we lived in a society where the food was being delivered to the home, just like the Kroger was delivering, and you got that $100 worth of food? I'm just using $100 because we've been using that number. The $100 was put in the refrigerator at the house instead of giving the $100 worth of money, and they can go do whatever they want to do with it. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like if you had a system, a delivery system, and because, you know, I don't know if people know this, but Wick and all that stuff used to be delivery. That's what we talking about. It used to be your cheese and your milk and all that, and the eggs and all that stuff used to come delivery. If you got that stuff, you didn't go to the grocery store and get that stuff. So with all these different delivery services and all that now, that person that has $100 worth of food could get $100 worth of food versus taking a card and doing something that's against the law with it. You
I
see what
think
I'm
we'll be
saying?
back at square one with the wig being stolen off the front door, front porches, just kids probably again. I think we'll land right back because that's why wigs
But I
stopped.
don't
People were
think that's what's happening.
reporting.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Not.
I'm sorry. I don't think that's what's happening with Kroger delivery. I'm not
Oh,
hearing that Kroger.
you get it. You get it. You get it a lot. I don't think you be on social media like in the hood. I think you're so bougie right now. Why? Like you don't. I'm just being real. You don't get the scoop
I
because
don't.
you're not in that lifestyle.
No,
So,
wait a minute, hold on. You
no,
saying, wait a
seriously,
minute,
because
okay, I
people get
respect that.
that
I respect that.
delivery and
Listen,
the actual
that don't hurt
drivers
my
are
feelings at all.
stealing.
That don't hurt my feelings at all, sis. Let me say something to you.
Okay,
Let me, no,
I
I
didn't
would, wait
want
a
you to
minute,
take
I
it in a
need the
bad
sisters.
way.
I
It's
need
just you're not in that
wait a minute, hold on.
lifestyle no
I
more.
need the sisters at the hair salon to understand something. That don't hurt, that don't hurt my feelings. My intentions
Okay.
was to move out of the hood. My
Yes.
intentions was
Yes.
never to
So
my intention.
you're
So
literally
I'm
out
out because
the
I
hood.
want to. I'm out and don't
Yes.
want to be there because it's not. I can't live. I'm not. My lifestyle's not
You
conducive to
got
what's there.
out the hood before pizza delivery stopped delivering pizzas to the
No,
hood.
no. I was there when La Rosa stopped. La Rosa stopped coming down to Law Homes 20, 30 years ago. Really, they don't go to Richmond Village. They don't go to Law. They don't go there no more. You had to go pick it
Oh
up.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I know.
So
So
I think that's what we'll deal with. Like, certain areas you just won't go in. Drivers
I
won't feel
think
comfortable.
wait,
Some
yeah, I was
drivers
gonna say
stealing the stuff from you.
I think what would happen is that you would have delivery people robbed. I mean, I think
Yeah.
trucks would get
Yeah.
hit.
Yeah.
But my
Kind of like
thing
how
is,
that pizza thing
but my
went.
thing is this.
Yeah.
My thing is this. They also
And you
have
got
it.
to think of the people who's doing the driving. It'll be more of the college students on down,
Well,
or older
but
people
wait a
who's
minute,
like going
sis.
into
Not
retirement,
only do
finding something else to
but
do.
hold on. My thing is this. Maybe it would be your regular diet that you put into your system, into the computer. And what would happen is you know, instead of them being delivered, it's just like when you can order the Kroger and go pick it up. You can go to Walmart and pick up your groceries. You can go. What I'm saying to you is you should
Yeah.
have to pre-buy it. And if it's
Now
delivered,
pickup service, I think that would
yeah,
work
fill
to
out your
pick up.
cart, fill out what you're getting at the grocery store or whatever, and then you go pick it up just like you would if you were going to
Yeah.
get groceries. In other words, they were
Yeah.
already, bagging your stuff and this and that, instead of just giving somebody a card and saying, hey, twin, take this $100 for $50 so I can go get
Yeah.
me whatever, my nails done or whatever. And I'm not suggesting it's like that all the time. I'm not saying that every parent that's out here, especially single mothers, I got to take that in consideration. You got a lot of single mothers that's just doing it on their own. They don't have a baby daddy and they might have a boyfriend, but he ain't got shit either. And they just might be making ends meet and they need that $50 cash to be able to do, to be able to get other things for the house. You know what I mean? So I get all of that, but there's just too many people that don't care. There's on both sides, the abusers who get it and the abusers who take advantage of the people who get it. See what I'm saying? And you got to, as a
Yep.
taxpayer, you got to look at that and be like, wait a minute, I'm paying for this bullshit. You know what I
Yep.
mean? You know what
But
I'm saying?
it'd be just like how my hood was now. It was nothing for a person to walk up to you with a bag full of steaks, pork chops, and like, give me $20.
Yeah.
So you're still gonna run into an issue no matter how,
Yeah.
you look at it. But I get totally what you're saying. Like when you know better, you do better. No, you shouldn't be out here just going and buy food
Sis,
stamps or whatever. But sometimes that person who don't get food stamps, they could be on hard times. They got extra bills. They can have somebody sick. So when you run into somebody and like Twin said, you only got $50, and somebody be like, look, I'll sell you this 100, just give me the 50. You're gonna jump on it because you need it at that point. Like that, you feel like that's a blessing to you. You're not trying to
well,
really, do the other person bad.
now
You're
there's
just trying to make sure your
you.
family is good. You know what I'm saying? So
I know people. I got friends. Listen. I'm not as far removed as you think I am, sis. I got buddies to this day that on the first that they can't wait so they can go get $200 worth of food stamps. They got their regular people. They got regular people that they go see because they know they're gonna come up. They know that they can get $200-300 worth of food stamps for $100, $150. They know that. I'm talking about grown ass men. They don't care. We live in a society of a come up. People are 40 and 50 years old out here still doing shit that can send them to jail. And then as soon as something happens, the first thing they gonna say is, well, these motherfuckers, they out here doing me all crazy. They ain't never take
accountability. Beautiful. How are you? I hardly recognize you. Oh my God.
Hey, beautiful. Hey there, beautiful. Look at you. Looking all slick.
She look great. I love the yellow.
Looking good with it. Girl, get me off the phone. I gotta go.
You look
sis.
good. I love you, girl. Keep taking care of her. God bless you. Okay, sorry about that, Wyatt. You too.
Hey, quick thing, sis. Are y'all going to Dorothy Lane's anytime soon?
We went yesterday. That's what I was asking. Did you see our pictures? I sent you a couple videos.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I did.
All right. I gotta go. I gotta get it. I'll show it tomorrow. I'll try to show it tomorrow.
Yeah, your nephew's in there getting his fruit and everything, but we have to keep him to a limit. I have to tell him 2 oranges, because it's like $4, and he got some peaches yesterday for $8.
So now answer this. Answer this for me, sis, before we get out of here, because I gotta go.
Okay.
Answer this for me. How do you see a person with an EBT card or whatever SNAP, whatever it is? How do you see them buying? Why do you think they would go into Dorothy Lane's with the prices as high as they are?
Now, I will say that the fruit is so much better than some of these stores that sell it. So that's the only benefit I can see is the food quality.
Oh, yes. I mean, they fix fresh food. They have great.
But I wanted to tell you about that. I know Dayton store, they accept EBT SNAP benefits, but the one in Mason do not.
They do not at Mason?
No.
Okay, now that's a fairly new store.
There's black and white signs everywhere near the
Okay, here's the thing. That's a fairly new store, so I'm wrong. I thought that they did. I wouldn't understand.
Well, they may. You know how when stores just get started, they got to get the systems in and things like that.
Yeah, now the one up in Dayton.
But right now, I do know that they don't.
Okay, the one in Dayton does, because I seen it on my screen, because I purchased something. My wife and I purchased something one day. And I'm looking at my receipt. I always look at my receipt. So I'm looking at it on the screen, and it gave a comparison of regular price versus EBT. You know, what went towards EBT, what goes towards regular price. It's on everybody's screen, you know. And I was like, y'all take EBT here? And they were like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. And you know what I'm saying? You don't get much for $100 in there. And I'm just saying to myself, how could a family that's on EBT, and I don't mean this disrespectful, I'm just saying, how could a family that's really on a fixed budget go into, you know, a store like this and utilize EBT? You're not going to get much for your money. I'm not saying your food won't be great.
True. But that's true. I can see your logic on it. Yeah, you're not going to get much, because it's not going to, like I just said, we got 2 oranges for $4, and he likes their apples, but it's the crunch that my son goes for. So I always have to make sure we go and get him those certain apples that he likes. But for a family, if I had a family of 5, that wouldn't be my choice of a grocery store.
I get it. All right, sis, I got to get up out of here. It's my time.
Okay. All right. Oh, wait. One more thing. Okay. One more thing. Can you please check Emmanuel Livingston? He's going to try to check me on his show because I said the prices wasn't high enough at the country market because of Pop-Tarts, Wyatt. Pop-Tarts.
I'm going to leave that with y'all. I'm going to let you and him have that.
Don't leave it alone. I said, check him.
I'm going to let y'all have that ridiculous argument. I don't know nothing about what you're talking about. Pop-Tarts.
We just like to argue and tussle, but it's okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave you out of it. I'll just choke slam him later when he start watching that wrestling stuff.
All right.
Have a good day.
You too. All right. Talk to you. Thanks for engaging. Hey, that's my time. I had a great time today. I didn't think I was going to be here till 3:30. I got all the way through a show and didn't get a text. I got a couple of texts, but I could get back to those. I didn't get the phone call I was waiting on. I guess it's going to be 4:00, my normal time to do my meet. That's kind of odd. That's weird. Today was supposed to be someone's early call today. But I'll see. I don't know. We'll see how that, we'll see what happens. For now, one thing that I missed that I want to talk about today that I won't talk about now, maybe I'll cover it tomorrow because people have been reaching out to me. They want to know how I feel about 50-year mortgages. So tomorrow I'll cover what I think, what my idea. I won't even wet your beak. I won't even tell you which way I'm leaning, yay or nay. I won't say anything about it until tomorrow. I'll give you an idea of what I know. I can tell you some benefits, and I can tell you some pros, and I can tell you some cons, okay, of that concept. But I tell you what, I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, right here, Wyatt Live, 1 o'clock tomorrow. Peace and love to everybody, man. Have a great day.
Walking on the railroad, I set my booty on the track. I sold his kid with the campsack, so I snatched my booty back. I said, look here, partner, you know you can't be me. I'll be the one that ain't too now, and you know it's true. Now move on, I got the fellas jealous cause I flows like none. I got the whole 9, need not back a gun. No need for greed, see it takes then I fades to a young spun on the air that I read. You can't conceive how I breathe and I weeds. Hear you over there, may appear some fear for the smear. We're gonna have in abundance. Alright, say alright, did you know that? Funk around to make a b-boy mad in a minute. Shoot 'em so nice, brothers think I'm freaking tenant status. I rank top notch, come on now. I sing less mess in my restroom. Plop on up and bet your fist so check. I digs how my voice takes other brothers over. Trick back it up for a buck another. Pass me the present cause the future can't hold my soul. I pump fear in the near more to peace control. A blast, pump that ass fast. Feel the funk, play for your taste of feet. My backbone is stone, torch trees the beats. Now come on, adapt to my taps. I'm too snaps, I'm too through. I'm too through. I kicks butt, struts as a glitz for fame and goes, can't nobody hold me. Your falls too short, so I've been told in your acetone. Death died, so I'm here to stake my claim. Bang, bang, boogie, my style's a game. Give it up, I funk it up, jick, I spit hits. Look back, you ain't stack, kid, to face this. Who's bad? My notes pads and flavor, folks. Fire, on fire, kumbaya. Buku funk, now pump that in your tire like that. Terror, bring it back and like that. My anglers in need of a washing. Got no time to shoot this, no fashion. Pardon my French, I kick your ass, me no favor. Be the behind, I be the bang soothsayer. Step up, bow to my smoke, mama moves, I cruise. Your lefts be my rights and